What's up, everyone? It is Jason Jani. Welcome back to my channel. I am so thankful, grateful, and honored that you're here. And if you're new to the channel, joining us for the first time, want to say welcome. If you enjoy the content, make sure you hit the subscribe button. And if you're a returning visitor, supporter, observer, viewer, or whatever here on the content on my channel, I just want to say thank you, bro. Girls, whatever, people, I appreciate you. And thank you so very good. It means the world to me, and I'm grateful for it. I started this channel to help push up our industry, share information, content, things that I've gone through as a DJ, as a business owner, in really hopes of helping people get to the next level a little bit faster, a little bit more easy than what it was when I came up. When I started my business, when I started getting involved in the mobile entertainment industry or even the nightlife industry, there was very few people that were willing to lend a hand to help someone like me coming up. So I started this channel to pay it forward, to help boost up people. Since I've done this, I've been able to be part of a lot of events in a lot of different places, and things that I am forever proud about, and things that I just think a lot of people that I have met or have been contacted by aspire to do. So I'm sharing content here to help people. And if you feel me, and again, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. A lot to say today. So this video, I want to talk about one of my pet peeves, and I'm not going to throw shade at the DJ industry, at mobile DJs, private event DJs, DJs that hit the club world. But I want to talk about one of my pet peeves because I think there are so many DJs, and probably so many DJs that are watching me talk right here, right now, doing something wrong. And it upsets me. And I have to make this video because it keeps happening and it keeps being thrown to me in question form. And I just want to set everyone straight. So a lot of DJs scale their music systems based on the number of people that fit into a room, and I think that is improper. I don't think that's the way to do it. You shouldn't judge your sound system by the number of people that are attending an event that you are hosting in a venue. I think that is wrong. And if you look at any other place in the music industry, people are not scaling systems based on the number of people that are attending an event that they're performing at. It just doesn't work that way. Sound should be designed on the size of the room that you are working on. In order to appropriately or adequately provide sound, you need to think about a couple of things. First and foremost, the size of the room that you are trying to power, not how many people are in it. Two, the style of play, how you are a DJ, how you do what you do. Think of the types of events that you do. Think of the expectations of the people that are hiring you for those events, and think of the best way to provide sound professionally for those people in those events, in those venues. Think of the rooms that you are in all the time. Think of the people that are hiring you. Think of how you DJ, the style of play. What are your clients asking for? Because if I was going to play smoothed out jazz, the sound system would be very different than if I was playing ratchet hip hop or blazing EDM house music, ripping party full throttle all night long. Different strokes for different folks. So I understand that my community on this channel is primarily private event DJs, or people that are looking to enter the private event industry. They are DJs that are in the club world making the conversion over to private events. They're people that are looking to get started as a wedding DJ or further their career as a wedding DJ or a mobile DJ or whatever you want to call it, just private event DJs. And I'm not looking to throw shade at our industry, but so many people in so many different places and legit good DJs are doing this wrong. It almost is it drives me crazy because it's not the way you do it. It's not how it goes. You have to build your system based on who you are, the type of rooms that you're in, and the expectations of the people that you are working for, plain and simple. I want to give you two examples, two real deal, real honest examples that fit perfectly for what I'm trying to say. I did an event just a few weeks ago on a Thursday night. It was at Nanina's in the Park, which is a venue in New Jersey that I work at all of the time. It's actually part of a family of properties that I work at even more. I'm at one of these properties at least once a weekend, and we as a company are in multiple properties each and every weekend. So this is a hot kind of like location. Anyway, had a postponement. It happened on a Thursday night. Awesome. I was there. Now, this wedding from its original kind of like plan had been adjusted significantly, especially with all the things going on in COVID in the world right now. And it moved from like 300 people to just about 120 people. Couple super young, super cool. He's in law enforcement. They were such a cool couple. They are from an area in New Jersey that is influenced by a lot of culture, a lot of different things. And their crowd was a very mixed, diverse groups. Some people from urban areas, some people from suburban areas, people that grew up in the cities, a little bit of everything. But this couple is very much into music, and they were into hip hop, and they were into throwbacks, and they're into Spanish music and reggaeton and like all the good stuff, right? I mean, like they wanted stuff that was like hot. They wanted throwbacks. They didn't want it to be like a typical wedding. And that's generally the type of people that I work for. So this venue is equipped or is capable of handling up to 400 guests. But this wedding had only 120. So I used the RCF Evox 12 system. And although it was loud enough for the number of people, it was almost inadequate for the room, because if you moved to the outer parts or the perimeter of the room, it almost felt like there wasn't enough sound there. As a matter of fact, with a room of this size, I even felt on the opposite side of the dance floor, even playing at full volume and full throttle, it wasn't enough to properly power the space that I was in. In kind of contrast, I just did a wedding 2 weeks ago in Philadelphia at the Fillmore, and this was a super dope concert style venue. They do large event shows there. It's a concert venue that you can rent out for private events. The Fillmore is dope, and it was a place that is kind of rooted in music. I mean, has such a heavy musical influence in just the experience from the moment guests arrive all the way through the end. Well, this wedding had about 240 people, but the venue itself could accommodate well over 3,000 people just on the first floor. And there was a second floor as well. And there was like a back area. So, I mean, you could fit a ton of people. And this venue typically sells out with insane talent. Jaws was there before they shut down because of COVID. Dashboard Confessional. I mean, like their history, their roster of people that have performed there. It's just insane. Big artists sell that place out all the time. They had a line array system that could probably adequately power a venue 5 times the size of the Fillmore. And if you took that same system and you put it outside, you could probably do 10 times what you could fit in there. I mean, that's how monstrous and how powerful this system really was. Now, in this very stark contrast of an example, we had way too much excessive sound at our disposal, but the cool thing about being a DJ is you have the ability of kind of like controlling how much volume you are throwing into those speakers. So although we played loud that night, we were probably just barely touching 3 or 4 on the overall master, because anything beyond that would almost be deafening to the people that were attending this event, and it would make it almost unpleasant. So the point of where I'm going with this is, DJs, if you're watching this, do me a favor and do yourself a favor. Stop judging your speaker system on the number of people in a room and how many people you can cover. Stop talking about it that way. I think that is such poop. And I think you need to think about how you play, the types of people that you attract to your business. Think of the type of events that you do and the expectations of those events. Think about the rooms that you play in. And if you have the option of investing in a system that provides you the most coverage for the biggest room, go bigger. If you are thinking about investing in a system, as long as power, space, and transportation is not an issue, the bigger you go, the better off you will be. You will set yourself up for success, in contrast to buying something that barely will power the largest room that you have. You have nowhere to go, nowhere to grow. And that's kind of the point of this. So DJs, listen to me. Stop building your systems based on the number of people attending an event in a room that you're doing. Start building your systems based on your event type, your ideal kind of event type, what you are looking to do. If you're a prom DJ, you're going to need more juice in that power kind of area than you would if you were a trivia DJ on a Tuesday night. Duh, your expectations and the people that you are playing for require different needs. So DJs, do yourself a favor, do me a big favor, and stop designing your sound around the number of people in a room. Man, it feels good to get that off my chest, and I hope it helps you. Now, if you disagree with me, throw it in the comments. And I'd also like to ask, if you agree with me or just don't care, throw in the comments, what is the primary music system that you use? If you use tops and a sub, if you use a top and two subs, if you use 4 tops and 2 subs, not your biggest, big dick energy system. What is your most popular, your primary sound system? I myself have multiple sound systems, and every sound system has a need or has a place in the world that I play in. Not everyone has multiple sound systems to choose from or has the ability of moving things around to use different equipment all of the time. But I want to know what it is that you either use all the time or you aspire to acquire in the near future. And I'd love to hear from you. So throw it in the comments. Hopefully you could smash the thumbs up and let me know if you like this video or whatever, and I just appreciate you checking this out. My name is Jason Jani. It feels good to get this off my chest, rip it off, and get it out there. And hopefully we can start making the DJ industry start sounding a little bit more educated in the sound universe by doing this. So I appreciate you checking this out. Be on the lookout for more content tripping right here in the days, weeks, and months ahead. And thank you. That's it. Sound. Jason Jani. Peace.